Hello, this is David from Green Man Gaming, and today we're taking a look at Peregrin. Peregrin is a story puzzle game where you play as Abby, a solitary traveller who undertakes a perilous journey across the ruins of an ancient civilization in order to try and fulfill a prophecy. In this video we're going to take a look at the combat. In the previous video we took a look at the possession mechanics, which allows you to possess creatures, pick up items and manipulate the environment, but sometimes you'll come across creatures that you need to fight. So I'm going to head over to this area here, and this is the very first combat sequence in the game, so we're going to take a look at the very basics of it, and later on we'll take a look at something a bit more advanced. So this is your character here, Abby, and this is a sort of combat arena when you enter this black smoke area. Let's just enter that there. And then it turns into, this is what they call the battle zones, and this is the first sort of tutorial you'll find. And it turns into almost like a turn-based game then. So anytime you take an action, someone else will also take an action. So we have two different options here. Either die or fight. So let's just click on the icon here. Let's click on this character, and this is a very basic creature. So you'll always win in a one-on-one confrontation with them. It gets a little bit more complex when we go into this section where you come across two different creatures at the same time. And as you can see, we have an indication there saying that we should push space. So we push that, and that enters the possession mode. So now we can pick a creature to possess, and that allows us to actually attack the other one, and therefore even the odds a little bit. So now I'm coming out of possession there, so now it's just a one-on-one battle again. Go on there and fight him, and now we're on to the next one. You can see here we've got three creatures, which makes things a little bit more complex, and as you can see I actually died there because I rushed in a little bit too close to that guy. Let's go into this combat mode. Okay, so now we have a number of options here. We could possess someone and try and take on the other ones, or we could take out this guy and then use possession. And what I'm going to do here is take out this guy, even the odds a bit, but now these two guys are pretty much neck and neck, so they're going to get to me at the same time. So I'm going to enter the possession mode, select one of them, and then attack this guy. Exit possession mode there, and then boom, attack him.
Abby about the vicious guardians. Despite her powers, it is not easy to control them.
And this mechanic will come across a number of times throughout the game. You need to try and even the odds to make sure that you're kind of getting the best way. You're going to be able to proceed. So now we're kind of taking what we've learned previously, and then we've got 4 enemies to fight here. So let's enter the battle zone. So now we can take this on in a number of different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to possess someone first, perhaps this guy, and I'm going to take on this guy because he's going to get to me first. And then you can see now there's a number of different people here, and I'm remaining within possession mode, so I can take on another person, except he's won the battle now. So now we've got 2 people. I could probably try and fight this one and maybe this one, but I think by the time I get to him, that guy's going to come around here and attack me. So let's go into possession mode again, select this guy, and then attack this guardian. So now it's one-on-one again, attack him, and then we're successful in our battle. And now we can proceed by using the possession mechanic, select this creature here, the cliff goat, and then get across the bridge here. So that's a look at some of the basics of combat. Now let's look at something a little bit more complex. Okay, so now we're at the start of Chapter 5 of Peregrin, and we're going to look at some of the more difficult combat scenarios that we can find ourselves in. So let's run across this bridge here, and then we're going to encounter some different creatures, ones we haven't encountered before. So we can see we have a combat zone here, and we have 3 different types of creatures within this combat zone. So we have the standard one in the middle here. Those are the ones we faced earlier on in the video, and we have 2 larger creatures here, which are going to be big bruising characters like big tanks, and we have a floating one here that has these oblong shards kind of revolving around it. So let us enter the combat zone. And instantly we can see that the dynamics have changed, and from what we saw earlier, and these 2 creatures in the middle here actually have shields around them, which means we can't attack or possess them. So let's take care of this guy right in front of me here. And by doing that, there's no longer shields around those two characters. So let's open up our possession skill, and then we can take over the smaller character or the larger character. I feel like being a tank, let's take over this larger one, and then take care of this smaller guy. So now we have two larger characters going against each other in a battle of the ages. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so they attacked each other once. They're not quite down, but they've weakened each other. So now it's going to be a one-on-one match between these two. Okay, and the one we didn't possess actually got taken down. So now it's just me and the larger guy. Luckily, he's been weakened. If it was a one-on-one battle against like a real strong version of them, we wouldn't win. But as he's been weakened, we can actually take them down. Then let's go up here and let's look at something a little bit different. So now we have something slightly different here. We don't have any large characters to deal with, but we do have something else. So we have 3 standard enemies here. We have another one that's creating a shield, but you also have something different at the top here. So let us go round to this bit, get all far away from quite a few enemies. So we can possess 3 different enemies at the moment, and these 2 in shields we can't touch. So I'm going to open up my possession. I'm going to select this guy. Which actually will fire projectiles. So he's a good person to try and take over straight away, because if you're standing still trying to possess someone, then they can actually shoot at you and kill you. So I've taken out the guy with the shield now, and now I'm going to try and take out this one running towards me here. Oh, and no, he actually got me. But what I should have done is come out of possession there and attacked him. So let's try that again. Go into the combat zone, go into possession, take care of this guy. Shoot the one that was doing the shields. They come out of possession now, and then let's try and attack this guy here and see what happens. Okay, so luckily I moved at the same time that that was trying to attack me, so let's us go back into possession. And let's try and take over one of these guys. And I don't think that projectile thing can shoot me anymore, so let's take care of another enemy there. And these smaller characters, they actually hold their arms up like a shield, so they can actually not get hit by those projectile enemies. And now we've taken care of the projectile enemy, and we can take care of this little creature here, as it's now a one-on-one battle. And now we're out of that combat zone, and we can start solving the puzzle, which is here. Okay, and that is a deeper look at some of the combat within Peregrin. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll be back next time to look at some of the more interesting features in Peregrin. And the game will actually be launching on the 8th of August, so let's hope you'll enjoy playing it then. Thanks for watching.